Okay. Yes. So today's class is very simple. What we have learned over last 7 to 8 classes, we'll summarize for you. So at least you can prepare for your test. Fine. So we'll start with the first class, what we have learned, and till last class, what we have covered. Okay. So in first class, what we have learned basically, we have learned about the waking habits and regular mantras. So what was the ideal time which we should get up early in the morning? It is called as Brahma Muhurta. Brahma means basically approximately 90 minutes before sunrise is called a Brahma Muhurta. What happens if we get up early in the morning? We get the positive energy. Second, what we get ample time for us to prepare ourselves for day-to-day activities. Spiritually, we are active in this time. It boosts our mental power. It helps us to keep the focus entire day because since we get early in the morning. So that's the brief advantage of the Brahma Muhurta. And we have learned something from Shastras, what Bhagavad Gita says, what the other various Purans says. Fine. So this is the mode of goodness wherein we can and we are free from all karmic and sinful reaction during this time, because in this time mode of goodness sataguna is very high in this morning session. And once we get up early in the morning during Baba Muhurta, over the period, since you have a lot of clutters, lot of toxics, other things, you get a lot of distractions and it become difficult to focus on that time. So this time is conducive you to be in a happy, and you can gain knowledge as a student once you study early in the morning or do spiritual practice. After doing spiritual practice, you study early in the morning. It helps for you to better recall and understanding. And we have learned about what not to basically why we should not delay our dinners in the evening basically. So we should not delay our dinner after 8 p.m. We should avoid caffeinated drinks. We should not use very high focused lights which can help to distract in our sleeping. So, and we should read some good books about Lord, and remember express our gratitude. So that is something which we have learned, how to build a healthy waking habit early in the morning. Then we have learned once we get up early in the morning, which shloka we have to recite. Once we get up early in the morning, we should recite shlokas like Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadaram Gaganashayanam Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyangam Vande Vishnu Bhayabhar Sarvalokaikanatham. So this shloka we have learned, which we get up early in the morning to recite it once we get up early in the morning from the bed, just about the making. Then we have learned once we get up early in the morning from the bed, like we have learned about the Shamudra Vasni Devi Parvat Tane Mandale Vishnu Patni Nabastubhyam Samastvate. So we have learned about this sloka wherein once we get up early in the morning, we ask forgiveness from Mother. So first, after getting up, we have prayed to Lord Vishnu. Second, since we have touched the Mother Earth, we are asking for forgiveness since we have kept our feet on her. Then, since you get up, you have done your routines while taking bath, we have to recite a shloka. Gange che Yamune che Godavari Saraswate Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Snadin Kuru. So once you are taking a bath, the water which is there in the container or maybe in the vessel where you have kept the water, you can recite the shlokas and take a bath. Then we have learned about the purification mantras. Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavasta gatopi va yasmaret kundarikaksha sa bhaya bhayantar suchi. So this is a purification mantra wherein we are praying to Lord Vishnu that that internally and externally we become clean once we remember the Lord Vishnu's name. That's what we are trying to get the blessings from Lord. So this is the 5 mantras which we have learned once we get up from the once we rise early, then before taking bath, then after taking bath, and then finally purification mantra once we take a bath. This is the learnings from session 1, which we learned about the how to get up early in the morning, then what are the healthy waking habits, and then as a from Shastra perspective, what is individuals should do from the getting till the taking the bath. This is the summarized learning of the session 1. Clear? This clear till this point? Any doubts? Anyone has any question on this? Okay, fine. Now let's go to session 2. It was again basic. We have learned about the veg, non-veg. Okay, no. So we have learned from Shastra perspective what are the different types of food and its classification. So from Shastra perspective and Vedic principle, the food is classified into 3 types. One, Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. 3 different types of food. Sattvic means with food which is raw, uncooked, like fruits, vegetables, pulses. So all this comes under Sattvic. Once we cook something, add salt, pepper, all these masalas, all these items, it become Rajasic. And third comes the non-vegetarian foods like caffeinated drinks or meat products or XYZ, eggs, all this comes under tamasic food. And every food has its own advantage and disadvantage. Okay. So when you eat sattvic food, what will happen? It will keep your mind balanced. It will help you to focus the concentration. You will have positive and good health in your as a inner self. It strengthens the immunity and it helps you deal with a lot of problem, uh, which is happens in day-to-day life. So sattvic food keeps you balanced and peaceful as a person. What is rustic food? It basically it's a more passionate it keeps you high energy. It creates high energy in you. You're passionate about your things. It create maybe energy disbalance in yourself or emotional disbalance in yourself. So excitements. So these are some of the behavior which you will feel once you eat the rasic food. You are listening my you are getting my voice. Can you hear me, everyone? Yes, no? Yes, okay. Okay. This is the second type of food which we have learned in the types of food. Now, tamasic food. Tamasic food, its nature says that basically the non-vegetarian foods what we eat, it is not very conducive for digestion. It creates a lot of digestive problems. Then you will feel dull most of the time. You will not be maybe kind of complaining nature, or you have a lot of wrong ways to avoid things and do wrong things. So that's the typical nature or which you will get once you have these kind of food. That is tamasic food. We have learned why we should not eat non-vegetarian foods, because multiple reasons are there. So first was the health issues. Second, it creates the digestive issues and problem in an individual. It contains a lot of proteins and it increases the tamaguna in the individual, and it keeps you away from the spiritual practice. That's something which is very inappropriate. Increases the self desire. I want to be like this, I want to be like that, so it creates a lot of desires. And finally it creates a lot of negative things about individual and about the others also. We have learned something from the different shlokas and verses from Manusmriti, then Mahabharat, how and why we should not kill these animals, because for taste of our, for pleasure of ourselves and for our taste. So we should avoid eating non-vegetarian foods in terms of the, because animals have life and we should not kill them for our taste and tongue. That's the key learning from chapter 2, session 2, what we have learned. So it's about the why we should not have eaten non-vegetarian food and what are different types of food like sattvic, rastic, and tamasic, and what is their behavior, what is the impact on our mind, body, and soul when we eat these different kinds of food. Very simple. Third class was around the I think it was more about the devotion, how we should offer obeisances to the Lord, saints, parent, and all this. Then as an individual, if we are male or female, boys should offer the Dandvat Pranam, full Dandvat Pranam, like this, completely bowing on the ground. Then girls or female can offer the Panchang or a half Pranam. And once we are offering the obeisances to Lord, and we should say Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So this is the mantra which we recite once we are offering obeisances to the Lord or any Vaishnavas which we meet. When we are meeting them or when we are leaving them, we should chant this mantra. And suppose if we are going to temples, taking darshan of Lord, uh, very basic, we should have to see first the Lord's feet. Then from Lord's feet, we should go up, middle part, abdomen, and then finally see the forehead. That's how typical the is the way of looking to the Lord when we get in the temple or see any deity. Then we learned about the sitting posture. We should sit in Padmasan or maybe Sukhasan. That's the two method which we sit in the temple. We should not keep our legs in front of deities or Vaishnavas or maybe any place in the temple, because that's not right attitude. And we should be sitting properly in the Sukhasan position or maybe Padmasan, these two positions. And we should avoid taking the rest or on the walls or chair, because that what will happen, we'll try to get asleep or during the chanting or maybe during any discussions. And we should always try to dress up like proper Vaishnavas when we are visiting in the temple, proper neat clothes, and we should have proper tilak. What I have how I have applied tilak. Then different parts of body we should apply tilaks as per the shastras, because these have soothing effect and increases the activate the Agnya chakra, what is there on between the forehead and between two eyebrows. Then we learned about the how we should offer the bhoga to Lord. You have the all plates meal prepared in that, excluding we should avoid onion garlic in that, and we can the what we have cooked in the home we should offer tulsi and and we should offer the to Lord. And what prayer we should recite? We have just compiled it. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo 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 Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Padaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauriktu Se Nama. This is shloka we should recite. And after this, we should chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurav Bhaktavinda, and then followed by Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Fine. So that's the bhoga offering methods. And while handling any of the item, when we should purify each items what we have offered to Lord. And once this bhoga is offered to the Lord, you can pick up this after 15-20 minutes from the altar of the Lord where we have offered the bhoga, and you can recite the Mahaprasade Govinde mantra while before having the offering, before taking the prasadam. Fine. And then we have learned that we should take a bath when we come from any kind of maybe when we go to a washroom, or maybe we are visiting any funeral. So typical what we do in once we visit any kind of forms of funeral, or maybe once we go to bathroom. So that's the way to keep ourselves purify and pavitra. So this was the chapter 3 where we learned about the etiquettes etiquettes of devotee, what devotee need to do, how to offer the obeisances, which mantra need to be recited when we are meeting the Vaishnavas, or visiting the temple, or seeing the Lord. Then when we learned about the how to take darshan from lotus feet of Lord till the forehead in a step by step. So at least that's the typical way of doing this. Then what are different pranams type you can do, recommended from Shastra perspective for male and female, Sashtang pranam and or Dandvat pranam and Panchang pranam. So Dandvat pranam done by males or boys. Panchang pranam can be done by females or maybe girls. Then we learned about the how bhoga is offered to the Lord. We should recite the mantras and offer. Typically, it's covered. We should cover the plate which we are offering to the Lord and kept in the temple, purify it and offer to the Lord, chanting this mantra. So this was the chapter 3, which we learned about the devotion. Anyone saying something? Okay. Okay. Then in another class, we learned about the Achmanam and Tilak. Fine. Now, in this, what we learned about what are the typical things is required to do Achmanam. So first, very important, we need to have the what are the different ingredients needed to do Achmanam. So first was the Kusha mat, or maybe any mat which is available. Second is the Achmanam path and plate. Once we offer, once we do Achmanam, we should add water to the plates what is there. Then storage container which has the glass of water, or maybe any maybe vessel which we can keep the water in that. So, and finally, these are the typical 4 items where we can we should have this for do Achmanam. Very important, we need to, once we are doing the Achmanam, we have to sit in the proper posture. Either you are standing or maybe sitting. It has to be in either of the form. So suppose I am sitting, I have to take a water in my right hand and sip it through my Brahma Tirth position. This is how typically it happens in this position. So very small amount of water passes through this and in our mouth. And then once this is done, we'll purify hand because it is already contaminated or it's unpurified now because you already touched with your mouth. So purify it and move for the next steps, rituals. And now, if we are doing the Achmanam, we should recite there are 12 different mantras based on the time, scope, and permissible limit. You can do all these, or else maybe we should chant 3 times during sipping. Once we sip the water, we should each time we should chant different mantras. Suppose we are doing for first time, then Om Keshwaya Namah. Second time Om Narayana Namah. Third time Om Madhvaya Nama, fourth time Om Govindaya Nama, fifth time Om Vishnuve Nama, Om Madhusudanaya Nama. So these are the different types of the names of Lord Vishnu which we can you can recite while taking the sip through the Brahmatiratha position of your right hand. Then we discussed about the what are the different types of tilaks. So Vaishnava tilaks essentially. So right now, which I have applied is Gaudiya Sampradaya tilak. Then there's Ramajanacharya tilak. Then Nimbakaracharya. Then Madhva tilak. So the 4 different types of Vaishnava tilak, which are the forms of Vaishnava tilak. Then how to apply tilaks in different parts of body. So now, if you see, this is the forehead position. We have done inverted U just above the between the both the eyebrows and Tulsi just below. So this is a typical Gaudiya Sampradaya tilak, and we should apply on different parts of body. So first is the forehead, then shoulder, then on the throat, just below the chest, abdomen, right and left, backside. Okay, so these are the typical different ways to apply stamp or maybe the tilak on the body. And what this tilak represents? This tilak represents the temple of Lord, because this gives us protection, and as an individual, what we'll get the blessing from the Lord, because these specific tilak represent the temple of Lord. So while applying, suppose we am applying tilak on forehead, we should say Om Keshwaya Namah. Then on the throat portion, maybe we should say Om Govindaya Namah. Then on the just below the chest, near the chest, Om Madhvaya Namah, Om Rishikeshaya Namah, Om Sridharaya Namah, Om Vamnaya Namah, Om Trivikramaya Namah, Om Madhusudanaya Namah, Om Vishnuve Namah, Om Narayana Namah, Om Vasudeva Namah. So these different forms of mantras, different forms of Lord Vishnu's name we should recite and apply in 12 different parts of the body, 12 different positions we should apply tilak on our entire body. That's just above the all abdomen part. So in this class, what we learned how to do Achmanam, because as an individual, you will get opportunity to represent yourself as a Vaishnava. Proper etiquettes need to be followed. Second, you may do any rituals or process during the temple programs or the house programs. So this is a typical Achmanam process. And second, as a Vaishnava, it's very important to have a tilak on your forehead, and provided you can apply into different parts of your on the 12 different names on your different parts of body, basically just about the abdomen, mostly on the head, forehead, shoulder, and this position, backside, and the abdomen. And after this, we learned more about the how to do, since we know the etiquettes about the what is the waking habits, what is the different, why we should not eat non-veg and everything. how what is the behavior of or devotees behavior while meeting different Vaishnavas, saints, or maybe Lord, greeting, meeting them or seeing the temple Lord. Then we learned about the Achmanam and Tilak. And finally, we are ready to do deity worship. So see how this are all are interlinked, because this gives you proper mood to do all your exercise first. Second, to do complete practice as a Vaishnava. And finally, you reach to the step wherein you are ready for to do deity worship. Now, when we shared when we are doing the deity worship, there are certain guidelines to be followed. So first, very important was to wherein we need to clean the place entirely, and this is done once we take a bath. So take a bath, clean the entire place, maybe any leftovers, maybe old flowers, or maybe incense sticks, material, everything, or maybe lamp is there. Clean it entirely. All altar need to be cleaned properly before which was already there. Now, once altar is clean, what need to be taken? We should be ready with the arti plate, because an arti plate is very important because it will have the different ingredients which is necessary to do prayer with the do prayer or during arti while offering to the lords. So we learned about the what are 12 different 11 different items which should have in an arti plate. And first item was around it was conch shell we should have. Then we should have the achmanam patra. Then we should have incense stick. Then we should have ghee lamp. Then we should have conch or the conch shell for offering the water. Then water container and a small piece of cloth. Then flour which is kept in the plate, and other material like candle, matchsticks, charmer, and finally the peacock. These 11 different items is essential while making offering to Lord. Now, we learned how to do. Now we have the ingredients. Now we are ready to do puja or maybe do aarti. So very important. We have to pay obeisances while making aarti before aarti to Lord. Perform achvanam and add three drops of water on each items before using it or offering aarti to the Lord. Now, once you enter the deity room, what need to be done? First, blow the conch shell, open the curtain, bow down, purify each and every items. Like suppose we're starting with the order of incense stick or dhuk batti or agarbatti, what you have. Purify with 3 drops of water, then offer ghee lamp, then offer water in conch to Lord, starting from base of lotus feet of the Lord, then offer a cloth, offer flower, charmer, depend upon the time permissible limit, and peacock fan. So these are the different forms of steps wherein you should offer the offering wherein you should follow during the arti process. Then we learned about the Tulsi worship, why Tulsi Maharani is considered to be auspicious, and she is very dear to Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, and where Tulsi is present in every home, bhakti always prevails over there. That is the saying goes in Shastra, and yeah, as a devotee, we should always plant tulsi at home, take care of her from the caring perspective, water it, uh, add some natural fertilizers or which can help to grow, because ultimately she's a plant and we need to take care of her. And we in last we learned about the how to offer tulsi pranam, how to start with tulsi aarti. We should offer tulsi pranam mantra, three times. Vindaya Tulsi Divyai Priyai Keshwascha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo. We should chant this mantra three times. And the order how we offered Aarti to Lord Krishna, the same similar way we should offer Aarti to Tulsi. Similarly, we should have Aarti plate, should have Achmanam cup, bell, then incense stick, ghee lamp, and flower and matchsticks to support this. Very first, we have to perform the Achmanam, ignite the incense stick or dhoop batti, then offer ghee lamp and flower. And after all this is done, we should take the ghee lamp to the devotees so they can touch their take the blessings from the Tulsi Maharani, and we should distribute all the flowers to smell the devotee so the devotee can smell. Mataji's can smell the which is taken by Mataji, and Prabhuji's can take the blessings from the what Prabhuji have taken. And finally, at the end, Tulsi Kirtan happens, and at the and we should circumnate 3 to 4 times, do pradakshina and take blessings from her. And before watering, you can purify yourself, maybe put with drops of water, and then offer water to Tulsi Maharani. And at the end of the session, maybe last phase, you can chant. There's a mantra which says about it. Jnani Kani Chapa Pani. Pramya Kani Cha Tani Tani Prasannayati Pradakshina Pade Pade. So this is the mantra which we chant last time, and followed by Hare Krishna Mahaman, which is maybe multiple repetitive based on the time permissible limit. So this is something what we have learned from the in last 7 to 8 session. So first we learned about the waking habits and regular mantras from Shastra. Second, we learned about the types of food from the Shastra perspective. Uh, then we learned what is the behavior of devotee, or how we can keep our devotion perfect in this material life. Third, we learned about the Achmanam and Tilak. As a Vaishnava, why Achmanam and Tilak is essential while before during Aarti and prayers, and deity worship, because for us Lord is Lord, because we should have affection for Lord. We should pray to Lord to seek blessings, and we should increase our desire to having connection which is missing in us to connect with the Lord. So this is something which we have covered in 5 major topics across the during Sadachar and Sanskar classes. Yes. Anyone have any questions based on these 5 major topics or during 8 sessions? Happy to answer that. You can raise your hand, and maybe I will be able to answer this. Okay. Anyone can raise the hand if any doubts. Hasni has doubt. Yes, Hasni, you want to ask question? I have unmuted you, Hasni.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, Hasni. Please ask your question.
Sir, why we should clean? First, we should take a bath, right?
Yes. Yes, first you have to take a bath, then change, because if you are in impure position, you should not touch the altar or deity or maybe the temple, because deity room is touched only if you are taken a bath, you have purified yourself, and then go for cleaning entire altar or maybe deity place.
Sir, why we should not touch anything until we have taken a bath?
Okay, it's very simple. Suppose there's a negative and positive. If from science perspective, there's a negative and positive energy, because what happens? Lord is purified form, and once you are touching the Lord, there would be a negative energy, and it will not create a right impact on you. What happens? Suppose if you are traveling, basic example, if you're traveling via car, fine, and now in the car there is no petrol, it will travel? No, it will not travel. Similarly, once you touch the Lord, what will happen? You are in impure state, whereas Lord is in pure state. there you would not get the proper sense and urgency to see the Lord, because once you see the Lord, you should get proper energy and positive energy, because that's important for individual to establish a relationship. Second point comes when, as an individual, if you're not clear, then your mood is not in proper your mood is not in right frame to worship the Lord. So this is the two main reason for you to understand why we should not touch the deity when we are in impure state or not in pure form.
Okay, sir. Sir, I also have another question.
Yes, please.
Why we should clean up the room,
Acha, okay.
the temple?
Okay, suppose I'll take basic example. You are sitting in your room. You have your bed. You have
Yes.
the maybe table, everything, and your toys and everything. Suppose you have 100 toys. I scattered everything in your room first. Second, I scattered everything on your bed and table. You will not have the proper place to walk. One. Second, you will not be able to sleep entirely, or you want to sit on your bed. You will not able to sleep this, because what will happen? You will not get the space. That's one. Second, you'll not have the free space for yourself. So that's the important for yourself, because you're not able to get that. Whereas when Lord there's an altar, what will happen? It need to be clean, because there is something left over. Once you're moving from your room or place, do you like to clean it? No. You'd like to clean it? No, because
Yes,
everything is
sir.
scattered. You will not be, you like to clean because it's scattered. It will not look good from your room. Whereas Lord is a source of energy. He's a protector of universe. And if we can dedicate this time to clean this spell, our mood is good. We are in positive mood. Second, we'll have the we can say ambience, very important ambience to pray Lord. And people coming around our place, they will also feel better and have better space and free space for them. So these are three key main reason I believe which need to be we need to clean this from the first, because it purifies the entire atmosphere. Yes,
Yes, sir.
makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone more? Let me see chat box. Okay. Thank you. I think so. We don't have any questions from anyone. If anyone have any questions, okay. Navika, yes. Yes, Navika. I'll just unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, Navika. Yes, please ask your question.
Sir, I have doubt that what is the reason behind keeping tilak?
Tilak, suppose you have applied tilak and I have applied tilak. So this temple represents the tilak represent the temple of Lord. It's a tilak of Lord. So that's one. Second, once you apply tilak between the forehead of the two eyes, this is called the Agneya Chakra, and it increase the spiritual practice, keep you focused, alert, and all this. So that's the two key reason why you should apply tilak. And third reason, as a Vaishnava, to get identification, um, because it resembles that you are a Vaishnava and you practice you preach, practice, and you respect other Vaishnavas. That could be third reason we should apply tilak.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else left? No doubts? Just say thumbs up. No doubts. Okay. So all the best for your exams. Prepare all this. Take the slides from Mataji if you don't have anything, and prepare it and do best in your exams. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone.